we start to work with everybody else, but we have a connection, and now we are capable of knowing them as people will know each other, right? To address their needs, or be with them when they have a joy, and be with them when they have a struggle.
Hi there, it's WAMC News Director Ian Pickus. On this episode of the WAMC News Podcast, we bring you the last part of our special series on the anniversary of the war in Ukraine. The invasion shocked the world a year ago and motivated people across the globe to send donations and money to Ukrainians in need. WAMC's Lucas Willard met two figures central to the relief effort in the capital region.
This is a respirator, that if people cannot breathe. I don't know myself many of the things.
St. Nicholas's priest, Father Michael Myshuk, sifts through boxes containing medical equipment, but the stack on the folding table against one wall pales in comparison to what it used to look like here. Myshuk pulls up his phone to show a photo of the church basement completely stuffed with supplies that took months to sort out and send overseas.
It took maybe till June, so from until we kind of cleared a little bit, and then gradually, because less donations, we were able to kind of ship everything, and now every 2 weeks. So this is already, we send on Monday, we're starting building up again.
The church was assisted in gathering donations by the Ukrainian American Cultural Center, also in Watervliet. When serving as first vice chair of the Cultural Center a year ago, Peter Phil created the Facebook group 518 Ukrainians. The social media page has more than 1,500 members and is still receiving daily posts. It's helped organize fundraisers and donation drives, coordinate living spaces for refugees, and just allowed community members to share their grief over the war. Phil says when the group was first started, the thought of finding a way to help was daunting.
People need to have a voice. They need to be able to share their opinions, share what's going on, have their feelings, shared, and not shut down. I felt that was really, really important, and to have that platform was really crucial, I think.
Father Myshuk has a sister and two brothers that live in Ukraine. Phil has extended family in the country. To date, the church and community center have raised about $1 million. That money has helped purchase supplies directly impacting Ukrainians in conflict, including vehicles. Myshuk did not expect the level of support that he's seen over the last year.
It's not only our church, but it's from the local churches, Ukrainian churches, and a lot of it was people that I met first time. Many people, a huge amount of people that came, I would know that, wanted to help. Americans, all kinds of nationalities, races, and ages. So it was really an experience for me personally. And I at that time, being a man of faith, I could see, how God works miraculously in this case.
During the Lenten season, the church is launching another push for supplies. Right now, the focus is on medical equipment. What was once a huge logistical challenge, sending supplies overseas, has become a routine exercise. Phil says he and Father Myshuk now know where the stuff is going. Every other week, between 40 and 50 boxes are collected and sent to central hubs, hospitals, and sometimes the front lines.
We're shipping boxes. We've got a direct connection. They've got a link to our church. They see the personal message. We know we're making an impact. It's not just generic and it's not just floating out there. We know that, those supplies are getting to where they need to be.
I just would like to add, that now we're not only addressing the needs, because it just takes a little time to fulfill the needs. We're trying to kind of project what the need might be. I know that if it's fall, we know the winter is coming. That we know what the winter will present. When it's winter, we have a fall. The spring is coming. So we try to project the needs that will be there in next month or two, sort of. As much as we can, and then we address, of course, the needs that is immediate, if we can do that.
Just before the anniversary of the war in Ukraine, a devastating earthquake killed tens of thousands of people in Turkey and Syria. Myshuk says the Ukrainian community in the capital region now has the knowledge to assist the burgeoning earthquake relief effort.
Now we will see the Turkey and the Syrian community, so we'll see what we can, how can we be useful for them and be helpful to them. So it's not like we start to work with everybody else, but we have a connection, and now we are capable of knowing them as people will know each other, right? To address their needs, or be with them when they have a joy, and be with them when they have a struggle.
With no end in sight to the war in Ukraine, Phil and Father Myshuk are determined to keep the relief effort going, and after the war comes reconstruction.
Russia has been trying to destroy Ukraine's culture, Ukraine's history for ages now. And Ukrainians will stay strong, and they will stay resolute and continue to defend what is theirs. And the hard part is going to be the reconstruction. That is always going to be the toughest part. Right now, we're going through hell. A lot of Ukrainians have perished saving their country, trying to save their country. And the reconstruction is probably going to be the next big hurdle, hopefully when this all ends.
To hear WAMC's entire news series on the war in Ukraine, visit WAMC.org.
Okay, that does it for this episode of the WAMC News Podcast. Thanks so much for listening, and thanks to Lucas Willard for his reporting. Until next time, I'm Ian Pickus.